Hello everyone, let's take a look at the fastest tricycle in the Philippines. Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I apologize, I made a mistake. Not the fastest tricycle in the Philippines, but the fastest selling tricycle in the Philippines. And here they are. Electric e-bike or electric e-trike, whatever you want to call it. I've had more than a few requests asking about these. This particular one is an NWOW, and no, I am not getting any kickback or any kind of payment for advertising this. This happens to be the brand I like. There are several brands here you can get like this. I do like this one. We've got another one at the shop. It's about a year and a half old, a little more than a year and a half old. And this one I picked up this last month. And I got to tell you, these things are pretty convenient. You know, certainly not in every situation. But, and this is coming from an old motorhead, okay? I always had, you know, trucks, cars, motorcycles, jet skis, something like that was always in my garage. So for me to, you know, look at something electric like this, well, the thing is that I'm also practical. And for me, and for my area, and for what we do, these are very practical. So that's the reason for today's video. Hey, before I go any further, I want to thank all of you that are viewing, all of my subscribers, new subscribers, and those that have been with me for a while. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. It's really, really impresses me to see a little bit of growth with the channel. And I just really enjoy doing this for y'all. And so I hope, you know, I'm able to bring you things that, you know, can kind of help you out and answer questions you may have about moving over here, or those that are already here. Maybe you have, you know, things you still need to know about. Anyway, so these these really are the best-selling things going right now around the Philippines. They are just everywhere. You won't believe the people you're going to run into with these.
Get in, sailor. I'll give you a ride.
That's an offer I can't turn down. Hey, I'm back. Even there, look at that. Isn't that a nice lady? Anyway, hey, everybody's driving these. I have no problem with myself driving around in one of these. You know, people might yell at me, oh, well, I'm just a grandpa now. Well, yeah, that's kind of true. I am up in my years now. I used to ride motorcycles. In fact, when I was younger, I raced bikes. I've had motorcycles all my life. And certainly after I got here, I bought one. I bought a real nice 200cc, kind of a big bike. Gave me that big bike feel that I like. But over the years, I found I wasn't riding it too much. And part of that was I had a problem with my shoulder, frozen shoulder, and that took some while to heal, so it set. And then it just wasn't real practical for trying to go to the store or pick up anything. And I actually just kind of lost interest in it. I just didn't feel comfortable riding here. And now that's just me. A lot of people love and enjoy riding here, and you know, best to you. But you know, for me, I sold my bike. So we've had these around. We've had different models of these around, and you know, like I said, I find them to be quite practical. You know, take into consideration where you are. You know, we live in a fairly good-sized city here, and so there's a lot of running around just here in town. And our streets and roads around here are very narrow, and it's really a pain in the butt to break the car out to go run around and do errands around here. So this really fills that gap. Now, certainly it's not for any long distance, and depending on where you are, if you're out in a province and you got a ways to go down a highway to go to a store or go to the city, then this probably isn't going to be right for you. But if you've got areas like this, like I'm in, and you'll find a lot of the places you end up here could be very much like this. And so these are quite practical because the roads are not easy to negotiate in a lot of places like this. And parking is, well, forget about parking. So the car, when we go out of town, that's where the car gets used. But for around here, everything we do is in this. You get a little bit of break from the heat, the sun bearing down on you. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's hot out here already. So this time of year, it's really, really hard being out on a bike. And here in another month or so, it's May now, another month or so, we're going to be in rainy season. And you can put up with riding in the rain just so much, okay? And like I said, this offers, a good bit of protection from the rain. In fact, they have covers that go on the side. I'm not using them on this one, but I have them on the one at our shop. In fact, I'll probably go down there and show you guys that one later. And you can roll these up, like the old safari type vehicles. They roll up, tie up on the side, and you can let them down and zip them down in a matter of minutes and be out of the rain. But if you close them all up right now, it gets pretty hot in there. So you get plenty of air, but you get plenty of protection at the same time. So again, like I said, very practical. And it doesn't mean you don't have to give up a scooter. These things, this one here cost brand new cash was 59,000 pesos, which works out to about 1,100, a little bit more, 1,100 USD cash payment. So that's pretty cheap. It's hard to find a motor scooter here for that price. You'll pay quite a bit more for anything halfway decent in a motor scooter. But nothing says you can't have a scooter and, one of these. Your girlfriend will drive it. Your wife will drive it. They are simple to drive. There's nothing to it. Okay, these have great disc brakes on them. That can be helpful here. Like I said, they're just so simple to drive. Now everything's got a con. The con with this, the one drawback, are batteries. They are lead acid batteries. This one here is four 12-volt batteries, so you have a 48-volt system. And they only last about a year and a half. If you're real good to them, you might get 2 years out of them. But the performance will start dropping off, and you won't get the range. Now, right now, this one's new. The range will go up to about 70 kilometers, but you can at least count on 60. 60 kilometers is quite a ways around here. I'll go several days without charging it. And then when I do, I put it on the charger overnight, 8-hour charge, and that doesn't use very much electricity. It really doesn't. The charger is rated at like 4 amps. So 4 amps over a 8-hour period, it's very little. You'll hardly notice your electricity bill going up. So, say 60 kilometers, that's going to give you quite a bit of running around. They use it real heavy down at the shop, and we charge that one about every other night. So pretty convenient with that way, but like I said, about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, depending on how you use it, the batteries are going. So what I'm seeing now is some places are starting to build the lithium battery, and they're making lithium battery packs for these. Basically a plug and play, just replacement for these. I've only seen 2 of them out there on the market that are all pre-made plug and play. Of course, you could build one yourself if you're into that kind of thing. I was almost thinking about it myself, but I don't know. I'm going to see. So this one's new. A year and a half, I'm going to see about maybe getting one of those. Right now, they're about double in price. The other one that we have at the shop, I just replaced the batteries in that because it was about a year and a half. And that was 9,000 delivered. And those seem like pretty good batteries, though. They, being new, they perform better than this one does. It has factory batteries in it. And that's not uncommon. But the aftermarket ones that I bought off Lazada, like I said, 9,000 pesos. If you factor in that cost over a year and a half, it's about 125 liters. It would equal the same as paying 125 liters of fuel, which really doesn't go that far, if you think about it. So it's still, if you factor in the cost of new batteries, it's still pretty low operating costs. So what it really comes down to, people, is you have options. You can have a car, you can have a scooter, and if either one of those doesn't work, this might fill in the gap. So we'll probably see quite an improvement on the models, and of course that always brings the prices down. So you never know what we'll have here over time, but it seems like a market that's going to stick. We'll see how it does. Sorry, I'm going to have to do a voiceover on this. There's some loud music from a political parade, rally-like thing that's going on with the elections. Are just Monday, 3 days away. So here we are at the business. We love ducky printing. Oh, yes, we do. We'll look around there. And here's our e-bikes. And the first one here is my older one, about a year and a half old. But I wanted to show you the, the transparent sides that they have for that thing. We've got a little bit put up on the back there, but you can still get plenty of air right now while it's hot. The rest of the area here has got some other pieces that go on, and I'll have to put those on next month because of the rain that's going to start. And then they can get around, a lot easier when it's during the rainy season and not have to sacrifice getting wet. Okay, so there's a look around, a little bit of the business. I'll get back and do a video on this another time. Also, that real good-looking girl you saw this morning give me a ride. Well, she started giving me a ride about 8 years ago. That was my wife, so we were just having a little bit of fun. So anyway, we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.